So very good evening to everyone. We had a cabinet meeting today, and we had taken up 10 formal items in the cabinet. The first item was the approval of the draft resolution against the mining of uranium in the state of Meghalaya, which will be moved in the upcoming autumn session of 2026, which will start on the 24th of this month. So the resolution was cleared by the cabinet today. The second agenda was the Meghalaya Official Languages Bill 2026. As you're aware that this had come in the form of an ordinance, and now since the session is coming, we will be formally taking up the bill and passing the new act, amended act, where Khasi and Garo also will be official languages of the state. Third was the speech that has to be given in the Independence Day. Those different aspects of the speeches were discussed and were shared with the cabinet. We had put up an expert committee to basically include a chapter on the state, on Meghalaya state and its history, its culture, and all the other information in the MCS competitive exam. So there's going to be an additional paper number 6, which will be specifically on the state of Meghalaya. And the objective being that MCS officers must have knowledge of the state, including its history, its culture, its different systems, and different economic aspects, and so on and so forth. There's a full report on it, which was submitted by the committee, which was headed by Professor David Samla. And we have approved that committee's report today in the cabinet. Fifth, we had the approval of an automatic appeal mechanism for online applications under the Ease of Doing Business for the Meghalaya Right to Public Service Act 2020. The objective being that once the specified time frame is over for a particular service to be delivered to a citizen, and for whatever reason, if it's not delivered, the particular citizen will not have to appeal. The appeal will happen automatically. So this is, of course, applicable for online applications. And therefore, that amendment in the act was made, and this will ensure that this act is further strengthened and the people get the service that they deserve on time. The sixth was the proposal of extension of the registration period under the Meghalaya Industrial and Investment Promotion Policy 2024, and it was for a specific period. So now that period has lapsed, and therefore we are further extending it by 1 year to enable companies to come and invest and take benefit of the Meghalaya Industrial and Investment Promotion Policy. So 1 year extension has been given to the same policy. Number 7, the Meghalaya Commerce and Industry Service Amendment Rules 2026 was amended. Again, a very minor change was made. There was a certain aspect of the age factor, which was still at 27. And as you know, the cabinet has decided to increase the limit to 32 for the scheduled tribes of the state. And that amendment had to be made in these rules. So those amendments were made. Number 8 and number 9 were similar, so I'll mention it both together. So here the major amendment was made in the taxation department and the excise department. The objective of the state government, after going through multiple review meetings, is to merge the VAT on alcohol that is there along with the excise duty regime. So the point being that VAT was being handled by the taxation department and excise was being, or rather ad valorem was being handled by the excise department for the alcohol liquor. So the decision was made that both these will be merged and it will come under the excise department. This will ensure better monitoring, better coordination, and obviously it will lead to also impact on the overall revenue increase for the excise department. The last decision was a very simple procedural decision. There are regular amendments that are made to the goods and services tax at the council level and also from the government on time to time, which requires all the states to adopt it and pass it in their own act. This is a normal thing that happens every now and then. And so the recent changes that were made in the goods and services tax at the national level have been adopted by us, or rather going to be adopted in the form of a bill, which we will bring to the House. So that had to be passed by the cabinet today, so that we can present it in the assembly in the autumn session. These were the decisions that were put up today. Apart from that.